Guys, this new Doja Cat controversy has just gotten worse and has taken a turn we absolutely did not expect. She has currently lost over 600,000 followers on Instagram owing to a number of things that we are about to get into. However, there is new information that Doja Cat might be acting up because she so desperately needs to get out of her contract with her management. Insiders say that they did her wrong and she is definitely looking for a way out, even if it's at the cost of her reputation. Ooh, this is juicy, so let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Success, the Success Carter, and if this is my first time on your screen, please don't make it your last. Like and subscribe to me, it helps me a lot. And if it's not, welcome back, OG. So today we'll be talking about the woman of the hour, and if you don't know who the woman of the hour is, where have you been? We're talking about Doja Cat and her current ongoing controversy. Now I'm just going to say this and I'm just going to put this out there. Doja Cat is self-sabotaging. She just might be the self-sabotage of the year, and I did not expect this to be her. At this point, it is giving very Azealia Banks. You know how that story went? That's what this is giving, and I hate to see this happen to someone like Doja, but it is what it is and it is happening, so we're about to get into it. Now, if you've been on the internet for a couple of days, a few days ago, you already know what is happening on Twitter Spaces and TikTok, like concerning the issue of Doja Cat and everything that has come out and why she is losing followers by the second, by the minute, by the hour. And that is what we're about to get into today. So today, I'm definitely going to break down everything that happened that led up to this moment, that led people to be like, oh, I'm good, Doja Cat. I'm not about to get into your mess. I'm just going to unfollow you and just unstand you, because that is essentially what this is. However, new information has now come out that she's not just doing this thing in oblivion. She's trying to get out of like an unfair contract with her management. That's why she's acting up, and she is essentially saying, oh, I do not want to be famous anymore. But if you don't want to be famous anymore, there are just ways to go about it. You can just literally not just exist. You can just like go off the internet. You can just like log out and people will literally forget about you. But she has chosen to go a different route, and that is what we'll be getting into this video. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to keep on watching. Now, Doja Cat was first introduced to us, I don't know about you, in the year 2020 during the pandemic, and I think that is when she got her very big break. Now, prior to this time, I think she was popping on applications like SoundCloud and what have you, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when she got introduced to us mainstream style. So 2020 was the year, you know, it was this weird and quirky girl, and she was essentially a breath of fresh air. She wasn't giving what other girls were giving. Other girls were prim and proper. They were, you know, into the boom cow, you know, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, very serious, very glam. But Doja Cat was a breath of fresh air because she brought something that was very unique and quirky, might I add, to the table. The first song that introduced me to her was her essentially calling herself a cow. I'm a cow, moo. That song is so catchy. I still love it to this day. But yeah, that is what we got from her, and we did not expect, you know, what would follow up in the leading years to happen, because we just saw that Doja Cat was going to go far. Now, in the month of August 2022, Doja Cat took to a live, and she essentially said that she was about to give her hair a big chop.
I was never supposed to have hair anyway. I never liked having hair. I remember feeling so exhausted with working out, and I'd be wearing wigs and they would be like getting like tacky. They'd like re-tack because of the moisture. Like I couldn't focus because I was more concerned with how I looked and how my hair was doing.
This wasn't something that was maybe new to anybody, because in as much as I would say her fans were a bit shocked and taken aback by her choice to just do this, because this was the first time we were hearing of it, they kind of were in support of her doing, because there was just so much pressure to perform at a certain style in the industry, and her breaking down those barriers was something that her fans were just like, you can do this, yes, we support you, whatever, it's just hair. She did that. She gave us the big chop, and we would not expect what would follow in the coming years. Now, after that big chop, I noticed that is where things started going, maybe I will say downhill, because it was just after that big chop that she decided to tap into this, artistry, this dark artistry of hers that were, nevertheless very concerning to most of her fans. That's when she started doing looks that were really strange and really like, luciferish, devilish, I don't know what you call it, but she started like tapping into that dark artistry side of her that maybe got most fans thinking, what is going on here? This is what I did not sign up for. What is happening here? She even took it like a step further by throwing one party. I believe it was her 22nd birthday party, and it was essentially like an Illuminati party. Now, she's not even trying to beat the allegations that she is in the Illuminati. Not saying she is. I mean, that is so ridiculous. But her doing a full-fledged Illuminati party / initiation was just something that I was just like, girl, like, come on now, be for real. But after that, I think she received so many backlash that she literally had to come and address it, and she literally, I won't call it gaslighting, but essentially that's what it was. It was literally like, chill guys, it's not that serious, it was just a party and everything.
Comment and fucking, did you sell your soul shit? Y'all are so fucking corny. Y'all address this shit every day. I don't care how long it takes till y'all shut the fuck up. It was Halloween. It was the month of Halloween. And my ass decides to throw a fucking eyes wide shut party. And now because everybody's like, oh, the Illuminati signs, the Illuminati symbols all over the cake. I did a party that's based on the Illuminati because it's funny that I'm famous and I can utilize that as a meme to fucking make you all scared on Halloween night or pre-Halloween. It's the point of the fucking party.
Now, Doja Cat might have gone a little bit too far in this her quirky personality that it kind of came off as rude to some fans, because, leading up to the month after the big chop, she would literally make statements like, oh, I don't like my music anymore. The music I put out was for like cash grabs. The music I made before were just nonsense and stuff. And she would literally maybe like bash her fans. This probably did not sit well with her fans, as it should not. And they would literally come for her, and it will make the news and everything. And what I noticed that she would do is that she would start backtracking. She would start saying, oh, that's not what I meant, I still love you guys, but it was just essentially mockery at this point, because it wasn't giving what she thought it was supposed to give. It looks like she was actually mocking her fans that take out time to literally support you, buy tickets to your concerts, buy your music, buy into whatever you're promoting. You literally do a 360 and start laughing at them, mocking them that your albums were not even that good, that it was for cash grabs and all of that, yada yada yada, and you don't expect there to be backlash. It was just a very slippery slope. It was quite rude for her to do, but she did it anyway, and that is what upset most fans and kept them on the edge to the tipping points that is now them unfollowing her. A few days ago, news came out that Doja Cat was in a relationship allegedly with a man named Jay Cyrus. This man is a Twitcher, and I don't know what really goes on there. It's a gaming platform that I do not even want to get into, but essentially Jay was kind of called out allegedly for kind of being a sexual predator, kind of being racist, kind of like tricking people into doing his bidding on that website. I heard he was like a massive influencer, what have you, and he would literally play mind games with people essentially and trick them. It was just a lot of ugly things coming out about him. And when this came out a few days ago, I would expect a normal human being with thinking acumen, a normal human being to literally come out and say, oh, that's not true, or kind of like put up a defense to why the statements or the accusations are not true. That is what I would expect a normal human being to do. But what does Doja Cat do? She does not do this. Literally comes out and essentially says, and so what? I've chosen him. He's the man I choose. Respect my decision. Nobody forced you to be here. Respect my decision. My decision is my decision. That's essentially what she was kind of portraying to her fans. And she kind of got the short end of the stick for that. She kind of got bashed for that, as she should, because you can't be out here openly supporting like a predator and don't expect some form of backlash. So she got that backlash, but in the midst of her getting that backlash, I'm guessing she was a bit frustrated and she literally started to lash out. She literally started to essentially deny her fans and essentially say that if you call yourself a kitty, then you probably need to go and get a job, or you probably need to start working. You leave your mama's house and you essentially need to get a life. That's what it said. And I found this really ironical because the Kittens, as it should be, was a name that she chose for her fans, and she literally had been calling them kittens all up until now. So why do a 360 and say those people that are actually kittens, those people that call yourself your fans, need to get a job and need to get a life? Talk about biting the hand that feeds you. Baby, it was given very ungrateful bee, honey, because that was just not a cute thing to say. That was borderline very rude to say. And when she did say it, people even thought that she was joking. So they kind of gave her the benefit of the doubt. And let me read a tweet that was really funny to me. This tweet literally has Doja Cat saying, "My life, my rules, my style, my attitude." Then a fan goes on and says to her, "I want to hear you say, 'I do love you guys,' as usual you say to your fans." But Doja Cat replies and say, "I don't though, because I don't even know y'all." Then another fan chimes in and say, "We don't know you, but we have supported you through thick and thin. Mind you, you'd be nothing without us, yada yada yada." Then Doja Cat replies and says, "Nobody forced you. I don't know why you're talking to me like I'm your mother, babe. You sound like a crazy person." It was just this unnecessary back and forth that were going on within Doja and her fans, which resulted into Doja blocking her fans for literally calling her out on her bad behavior. Now that is something that is just really unforgivable, because if you can't have open and honest conversations with your fans, then I just really don't know if stardom is meant for you. So it's just really confusing to me at the moment. Now this resulted into her losing followers by the day. It was 100k, it was 200k, it was 300k, now up to 600k at the time of making this video. Now, new information has come out. I literally was going through TikTok and I found this lady's video.
Whenever artists start behaving the way that Doja Cat's been behaving on her social media, I always think back to like the decades-long stereotypes of why artists typically act this way. And it's usually to weasel their way out of a contract at the detriment of their reputation.
And she was essentially saying and putting forward that what if Doja Cat is literally acting up because she wants to get out of a contractual obligation with her management. Now this is very funny because we have seen this time and time again when an artist needs to get out from an unfair label or an unfair deal, and they start acting up and they start really doing things that they would not normally do, essentially wanting to damage their reputation so that they can be free of their contract. I personally found this to be very interesting and maybe an interesting take on this whole Doja Cat controversy. I mean, why would she just take a 360 and just start acting up? Like, it just feels like it's from nowhere. So like this is a very interesting take to kind of look into. But yeah, what do you guys think about this whole Doja Cat situation? Because for me, I'm just really like, what the hell is going on? Like, you really can't be doing certain things if you don't want to be famous, or if you feel like you've had a taste of fame to its fullest. You can literally just log off the internet and just not exist, because it'd be easier that way than to just be damaging your reputation for something that is really not worth it. It's just weird to me, and I'm sure it is weird for you. So what do you guys think about this whole situation? It's, very messy. People are just calling her out per the hour. It's just really messy. So what do you guys think in the comment section? Please do let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If there's any updates, I will be sure to update you guys on the latest development on the Doja Cat issue. So yeah, that is all right, guys, we have come to the end of today's video. In today's video, I essentially give you a rundown of the current controversy of Doja Cat. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I would definitely see you guys in the next one, but for now it's over. Bye.